Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a video I've never done before. I'm going to share with you 5 makeup purchases from this year that I regret, and they're high-end. So these 5 products I bought and they just kind of didn't do a whole lot for me. They're fine. I don't hate them, but I kind of regret spending money on them. I've never done a video like this, but I thought it would be interesting to share with you, and I had a few products that came to mind when I started thinking about this video, so I'm going to share those with you today. If you're new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty and makeup content here on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so I hope you'll subscribe. I am posting every day in December. I hope you'll stick around. Let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, product number 1 is a concealer. And you might be surprised about this, but it's this one, the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. I just don't love this, you guys. I want to love it, but I just don't. Every time I wear this, I don't love how my under eyes look. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't love the shade for sure. This is the shade number 4, and I think it's a little bit light. And to be honest, for shade number 4, I even went as far as to buy shade number 6 because I thought maybe if I had a shade a little bit darker, I would like it a little bit more. I just don't love this. Every time I wear it, it looks very, very creasy under my eyes, extremely creasy. And also, I know this is, I think some people have been talking about this, and I know some people have said they don't see it, but this concealer, you guys, if you look in sunlight, this concealer has shimmer in it. It's not noticeable. Like when I'm looking at this swatch on my hand, it's not noticeable, but this concealer has shimmer in it, and that's just not what I'm going for under my eyes. I love luminous products. You guys know I'm all about a glow, but I don't want glow under my eyes necessarily. I don't know, something about it I just don't love. I don't find myself wanting to reach for it. That's why you never see it in my videos, because I just don't love it. It's not my favorite thing. It doesn't give a ton of coverage. I would say a very light medium coverage at the most. And for such a low, or not a low, but for less coverage, I would assume it would be a thinner formula. This is actually a pretty thick cream formula almost. But it doesn't give a lot of coverage. I don't know, guys. I hate to say that because I love Charlotte Tilbury. But this one, I regret. This one just didn't do it for me. All right, number 2, I've kind of talked about in videos how I'm just struggling with this product. And at this point, I wish I just never bought it to begin with, to be honest. And it's the Gucci bronzer. You guys, okay, this is shade number 2. This one, I've had shade number 3. I have shade number 2 right here. Shade number 3 I returned because I was in the return window. This one I kept because I thought I could make it work, and I just can't. So this is shade number 2, which is supposed to be light. So that is it there. And like when I blend it on my hand right there, it looks like, ooh, that blended out really nice. Looks like a really high quality, nice bronzer. For some reason, I cannot get this regardless of the color. I had this issue with number 2 and number 3. This applies really patchy on me, and there are areas of my face where it's like it sticks and I cannot get it to blend out. Even if I set my face beforehand, I still find that this bronzer gets patchy on me, and it's just difficult to apply. It's not something that I can reach for and know, oh, okay, I need to put on some bronzer real quick. Let me throw this one on. I can't do that. I feel like I have to like concentrate and try really hard with it. And I was debating getting shade number 1 and trying that to see if it was better, because I know a lot of people love this bronzer, but I don't even know at this point. I feel like I've been pretty turned off by it just from the 2 that I've had. And I feel like for a bronzer this expensive, it should pretty much apply itself. Do you know what I mean? It should not be in the least difficult to apply. Now, maybe if I got a different shade, I would feel differently. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get shade number 1 and try it. I just don't love it. It is very, very, very fragranced, which I also don't love. I don't love fragrance in general in makeup, but this one is like very, very highly fragranced. But if it worked well, I could definitely let that go and be okay with it. It's mainly that the ease of application is just not there for me. I don't know. And I also feel like it runs kind of dark. Like this is shade number 2. And I mean, blended out, I guess it doesn't look super dark, but on my face, shade number 2 looks very dark. And it's shade number, it's the light shade in the range. So I don't know. I feel like maybe this one's just not for me, but I do regret buying this. All right, next is an eyeshadow palette, and depending on when this video goes up, you may know which one I'm gonna say. This one. So this is the Pat McGrath Midnight Sun. Moonlit Seduction. Where did I get Midnight Sun? Okay, so this was my very first Mothership palette. I bought it when it came out earlier this year. I did a video on it, and I was so excited to finally have a Pat McGrath Mothership palette because I feel like this is just one of those things, if you're in the beauty and makeup world, you hear about these palettes a lot. And I think it's pretty. I don't think this is a bad palette by any means, but something about this just is not doing it for me. Like the shimmery shades are beautiful. Yes, they are very, very beautiful, very high quality, very luxe, not something that you get in a lot of eyeshadow palettes. And sometimes I think, well, maybe it's more the color story that I don't love in this palette, but the mattes, for example, there are 3 mattes in here and they swatch pretty well. Like there's 2 of the swatches there. There's one. And there's one. But when I go to apply these on my eyes, they are not easy to apply. I can definitely make them work, but I do feel like the blendability is not great on them. And I feel like matte eyeshadows, any eyeshadows in a palette this expensive should be like out of this world in terms of blending, you know? And I have not had that experience with this. The shimmery shades, like I said, they are beautiful. Like this really special shade, it's beautiful. It's like a purple with a little bit of a blue shift to it, but I don't wear these kinds of colors, you know? Like this shadow right here is beautiful, but this like blue metallic purpley kind of color, I don't wear that kind of shade very often. I mean, maybe if I'm doing like a specific video and I want to do like a more out there kind of eye look for me, I would use it, but overall, it's not a shade that I would use. You have 2 in here that are just more of like a classic metallic. So this one right here and this one right here, those are nothing special. They're just pretty standard metallic shadows to me. I do think like this shimmer shade on my pinky is pretty. Like that's it there. It's like a light kind of white pinky color. I don't think this was worth the money that I spent on it. And I guess I should have waited for a sale or something. Maybe I should have picked a different color story. I don't know. But I want to be like so excited about this palette and I'm just not. Anytime I've used it, like I did a video a few months ago where I think it was called like a date night look, and I used this palette because you guys voted for me to use this palette, and I honestly didn't love that eye look that I came up with in that video. And I feel like a palette this expensive should be like, every time I use it, I just love how my eyes look, you know? And I just don't. So I feel like, to me, the Pat McGrath eye formula is a little bit overhyped. I personally like Natasha Denona shadow formula a lot better, and that goes for her mattes and her shimmery shades. And over that, I like my Patrick Ta better, my Patrick Ta palette better, and my Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes. And those are not inexpensive, but they're not as expensive as this was, and I use those and enjoy them a lot more. So yeah, I'm honestly thinking of maybe reselling this. Okay, number 4 is a lip product. Actually, number 4 and 5 are lip products. And number 4 is this one. So this is the Givenchy Rose Perfecto Balm, I think is what these were called. They came in a bunch of different colors. This is the pink one, the 001. And these were going viral there for a while. I honestly think a lot of the hype here was the packaging, and the packaging is beautiful. I mean, look at it. It has like this leather lid, the Givenchy right here. The balm is like swirled together. It's beautiful, but this, I think I paid like $40 for this, maybe more than that, and I don't know why I did that. You know how many times I've used this since I bought it? Like twice. And I've had it for quite a while. And the other thing that makes me like kind of mad at myself about this is, so that is it there. The pink is like one of the pH adjusting kind of shades. And I have had a few pH adjusting lip products in the past. And each time I don't like them. And I knew that when I bought this, yet I bought it anyway. And I don't know. I don't know why, but I wasted my money on this. It's beautiful, but nothing special. Certainly not worth what I paid for it. And I knew that I don't even really like pH adjusting things when I bought this, yet I still bought it. I don't know. Typically, lip products that adjust to your pH turn like a really bright electric pink on me, and that's not what I like on my lips at all. But I find that most pH adjusting products, that's the color that it turns, a very bright pink. I like something like this that's more rosy, a little more nude, but this turns like very pink, like bubblegum pink. And I mean, it's honestly just it's a lip gloss. It's nothing special. There's no shimmer or anything in it. I don't know. I really regret this one. Okay, number 5. This is another lip product, and I have to say, I kind of knew when I bought this, I really didn't need to be buying it, but I bought it anyway, and this was just a waste of money. And it's this from Dior. It's the Lip Maximizer Serum. Intense Hyaluronic Lip Care. Okay, this does absolutely nothing for me. I see absolutely nothing from this product. It's supposed to like plump up your lips, get rid of lines and texture and all that. It is a thin, almost like a velvety type formula, almost like a liquid to powder type formula. It's very odd. It doesn't feel super moisturizing. It kind of does when you first put it on, but then it kind of dries and it feels kind of dry on my lips, and I just don't see anything happening from this at all. I think my thinking behind this was I love the Dior Lip Maximizer glosses. That is probably my favorite lip gloss of all time. I have many shades in it, and I thought, oh, well, this is like a serum that goes with that. I just will love it and have to try it. No, this was a waste. This was a waste of money. You can get a very similar, if not better, effect from a lot of other lip products like Aquaphor, the Laneige mask I like better than that. Even the Buxom, where is it? This right here. I used this earlier today. The Plump Shot. This actually does something. It actually does make your lips look a little bit fuller. That doesn't do anything for me. And I don't even know how much it was, but it was expensive and I regret it. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick little video sharing the purchases that I do regret from this year. Honestly, I don't have too many makeup purchases that I regret, which I'm happy about. I feel like overall I'm pretty good at knowing when I buy something if it's going to be something that I like and that I will use. These things, especially the Charlotte concealer, if I liked it, I would absolutely use it. I love concealer. I love Charlotte Tilbury. That one just didn't really do it for me. And yeah, the hype, the marketing kind of got me with the rest of these, and I definitely think I wasted my money. So I hope you enjoyed. If you've bought anything this year that you regret buying, let me know what it is in the comments. I would love to hear it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1. And I will see you tomorrow for another video. Remember, simply be you.